Welcome back to Heroes Next Door. Today at Station Riggs, we're at Plymouth Ambulance. This is their substation, and they have an ATV ambulance that we want to take a look at. This is a 2015 Polaris Ranger 6x6, and to help us go through this vehicle, we're going to talk to Alan Stewart. He's one of the EMTs here, and he's been in this vehicle quite a bit. So we have a lot of questions about this. This is the first time we've seen an ATV ambulance. We've seen a brush truck, we've seen a EMS squad one that's an open, but this one's a true ambulance. Can you talk us through it?
So it's built on a Polaris Ranger 800 chassis. Obviously it's 6x6. We have the capability of doing 3, 4, and 6-wheel drive.
Okay.
It has all the creature comforts of a regular ambulance and as a regular car, plus it's got the versatility of a UTV.
Okay. It's definitely a small size kind of ambulance. Where would you use something like this?
So with our different types of territory, we have a lot of trails, we have a lot of open areas, and that's what we use this for. We use it for our trail rescues if we need to get out there. Also in the snow here in Norristown Borough, this thing works great driving through town. Right.
So it's an enclosed box on the back. Up front is pretty much just like regular ambulance. You have radio capability. It looks like you got a portable charger behind you. It has AC. You have lights and sirens. As I was walking up to the front of it, you have a connection for a winch.
Yep.
All the kind of stuff that you need for those areas that you normally can't get to in a standard ambulance.
Yep, and that's where this thing shines.
And how many people do you normally bring on a truck like this?
On this, it would be 2, just like we would a regular ambulance.
Okay. All right, let's take a look around the side and see how it's all set up. Right out here, the thing I noticed is it doesn't have that typical kind of roll cage, or it's enclosed in a roll cage that we can't even see. You have full suicide type doors.
Yep, which they also come off as well. So if it's really hot out, we could take them off instead of, leaving the air on.
And the windshield has a wiper. Up top, you have all your lights and sirens. What's this big thing up top on top of here?
That's our air conditioner.
That runs the air conditioning both for the front and the back?
Yep.
Okay. We've never seen that on an ATV yet. So coming over here, this is a 6x6, so 3 wheels on each side.
Yes.
And they can all engage. Is this something that you have to specially order? Did you manufacture this in-house? How did that?
So we ordered it from ASAP.
Okay.
The Polaris already makes the 6x6. ASAP makes the box.
Okay.
So, and they make the box specific to match up with the frame.
So it's kind of like working with Ford and Horton.
Yes.
They make the Horton truck or the Ford truck. Horton does the box on it.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And they specialize in ATV type ambulance services?
Absolutely.
Now looking at this, you have the same scheme that you normally have on your ambulance. So, the blue and the yellow. You could have a couple white ones at a different station, but at this station you have the dark blue. It's pretty. I gotta say, I really like that color.
Well, thank you very much.
As we walk around to the back here, this inside is huge. It has a full-size stretcher. I didn't expect this. When we looked at one of these at Minquist Ambulance, we did one of their ATVs. Their stretcher actually was basically a Stokes. It didn't even have a wheeled stretcher that stuck out the back. How do you do this? This is something I've never seen.
So one of the nice things about the products from ASAP is it's built just like a regular ambulance. So we have the capabilities of doing everything we would do in a normal truck. We could do it in just a little bit smaller of a platform.
Okay. Is it ALS, BLS? Could it be both?
It can be both. Typically, we carry a monitor in here. We have full ALS and BLS equipment. We don't carry NARCs in here.
Okay.
But if we're going to need to go out somewhere, it's not going to take much for a medic to grab it out of one of the trucks.
A jump bag or whatever.
Yep, and just throw it with us.
Right. As I walked around, where's the door? Does this close up?
Yep. So. You got full, like a garage door style door.
Right.
Weather protects you from the weather, things like that. And you can also open it up from the inside, so you're not completely locked in there.
Right. I think that's pretty cool because you don't have the bifold doors like a regular ambulance. All that extra space, that extra weight. Using a garage door like that is a genius way to do this. So as I crawled in here, there's plenty of light. You got LED lights back here. And, I'm not a small guy. I'm pushing 240 pounds. I'm, almost 6 foot tall. And I got plenty of room. I got plenty of room to sit up straight and do my work. You have IV poles or hangers. And you even got a supply cabinet for all your BLS supplies.
Yep. So whatever we don't carry BLS supplies or we're going to need extra of that we don't carry in our tackle box, we have all right up along the wall there.
Right. Backboards are here. What's underneath the seats? Can I gain access from inside or outside?
From inside, yeah, you can gain access. It's a lot easier to get the stuff on the outside.
Okay.
But that's a lot of the things that we're going to need on a trail, whether it's tow straps, chainsaw, jacks, things like that. to get us unstuck from things or to get things out of our way so that we don't get stuck.
Okay, well, let's take a look at that. Man, this thing is huge. We just did a video on the new Tempest Philips monitor, right? And it's a double module kind of system. If you hung that right here and had the extra module, which is only about this size, you have a full ALS capability ambulance in such a very tiny footprint.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's take a look on the outside. Pretty easy to get in and out of. Yep. How hard is it to get that stretcher in and out?
It takes 2 people to get it in and out, just because the angle of how high it is, and sometimes you're dipped down a little bit forward.
Sure.
But it's nothing more than a lot of the
trucks.
trucks.
You're always running 2 providers.
Yeah, there's always 2 of us on it, so
right.
It's never really a big deal.
And where I come from, you have fire that's going to come out and help you too.
If we're taking this out, odds are fire's coming too.
All right, in here we have your C-collars.
Yep, so we have extra collar, or we have collars, we have cables in case we need to we park somewhere we need to charge it.
Okay.
We have a jack to get us unstuck. We have saws to get us unstuck or get stuff out of our way.
Okay.
And then we also have a married set in here as well.
Is that an electric saw or a gas? That's an electric saw.
That's an electric saw.
So you got the power cord. So this has a generator on it then too?
It does.
Okay.
So which the generator's actually underneath the floor in the back of the truck.
Okay. So it's a self-contained unit.
Yeah.
That can do a lot of things that a typical ambulance just can't do. It's something that we haven't seen before. I'm thinking of this as, I did a standby for like the Warrior Dashes or, some of those event runs. I've also done standby at big concerts and stuff. This would be great to have there.
We used to do the Philadelphia Folk Fest up in Upper Salford.
Okay.
And this thing was integral. We were able to get in and out of the crowd with the terrain there pretty hilly. We were able to get into places with this to bring a patient out to go to the ambulance, to go to the hospital.
Right.
So it was pretty vital to it.
And having a privacy to get out. One of the things that I had problems with the ATV from Minquist is it's open, so everybody kind of sees what's going on. So if I'm working at an event and someone goes down for a syncopal episode or a bee sting, they don't come here. You can close that door, have some privacy, do a full assessment on that patient right then and there, and make it determine what hospital they need to go, or even if they need to go.
Yeah.
So, this is a concept that can be used all over the nation. I bet, Central Park would be great with some of these, or up in New York or something like that, because it's a small footprint, it gets down some narrow roadways. Do the cops ever give you hassles during the winter when you bring this out?
No, they're just happy we're out there. But no, and like I said, this thing's in the wintertime it's been invaluable some days. With Norristown Borough being kind of hilly as well, even though we have bigger trucks, they don't always fit down the road. So to have the extra capability of all-wheel drives,
Right. And as I was walking around the back, we started it up a little earlier. We noticed that, you can turn on the lights just like a regular truck.
Yeah.
Like, it has your brake lights, it has your turn lights, your turn signals, and that stuff. So people, traveling behind you, it's not like a 4x4 or a 4-wheeler kind of UTV. This is a true ambulance.
Yeah, we can get about, I think, close to 30 miles an hour in it.
Okay.
It'll move.
It's not fast, but it goes.
Yeah, it'll move.
It'll get you where you need to go. And the other thing I noticed is the suicide doors. Some of them, we have the half doors that open up and stuff like that. It almost reminds me of some of those custom-made kind of pieces of apparatus that you would do. So having suicide doors with the mirrors, the air conditioning, this thing's pretty cool. So I want to thank you for inviting us out and showing it. There's not a whole lot to it, but it doesn't need to be.
No.
It's simple, it works, and you can take care of patients.
Appreciate you enjoying it.
So. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Once again, this is Heroes Next Door at Station Rigs. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe, hit that notification, because we're trying to get to that 50K mark, so help us do that.